How's it going, everybody? My name is Salty and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be going over my best settings here in Black Ops Cold War. So I have not made a settings video in about 2 months, and I've switched to PC. I used to be on PS4, and I have not made a new settings video while I've been on PC. I've also gained over 10,000 subscribers since that last settings video, so it is definitely time that I update the new subscribers. If you guys are already familiar with my settings, you can skip right ahead to the gameplay. I will not be offended whatsoever, but let's jump right into some of these settings. So I may as well start with what I use for my input. I use a controller. If you guys saw my hand cam video, you already knew that. But we're going to jump into what I use for my horizontal and vertical stick sensitivity. I'm going with 9.9. I highly recommend you go into custom games and find a good setting for you. Go and shoot against bots. Find what you're comfortable with. Start low and start going higher and higher until it becomes controllable. If it's too slow, make sure you go higher. But if it's too fast, it will affect your aim. A lot of pro players like to sit around, especially on like 105, 110 FOV. They like to stick around 6.6, 7.7. So keep that in mind. You do not need to have an extremely high sensitivity. That it's just over dramatic. It's a lot of movement, people. If you want good accuracy, normally the lower is actually going to be better for you. But we're going to slide down here my ADS stick sensitivity and all this stuff. I didn't really change. I believe I brought this down to a 0.8. I'm not even sure. I think this is to slow down your aim while you're aiming down the sights, if I do believe is correct. And then the stick sensitivity high zoom is going to be for sniper rifles. So we're going to keep going down the list here. Basically all of this stuff, controller vibration, invert look, that's just your preferences. I do play inverted look. I do not use controller vibration. My controller just doesn't have vibration enabled. Like, there is no vibration rumbles in it. So I never really had to turn that off in the first place. But the aim response curve type, I run linear. A lot of people tell me that dynamic is a good one, but personally I found the most success linear. And that means I can you need to pair this up with your target aim assist mode, where I have legacy. From what I've been told, this is not great for snipers, but for red gunners, this is definitely a go-to. You pair this up with your linear and your legacy. Legacy is similar to what it would be in Warzone, which means you're going to have great sensitivity while aiming with assault rifles, SMGs, and stuff like that. So we're going to keep going down the list here. All of this stuff I would just leave alone when you get past the target aim assist and whatnot. So leave all of this alone. And down here, we are going to have the dead zone. So I didn't touch any of these because I ended up getting a brand new controller. But this is how you control if, you're having any stick drift problems. If it's drifting left and right, this is for or you just can't sprint. Let's say, for an example, you cannot sprint with your controller. It just does not want to work. This is the left stick min threshold will help this here. So with the minimum, if you bring it down, so let's say I bring it down here, it will put you barely need to push the stick. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but the more you bring this up, the easier it will be to sprint. But sometimes if you don't have any problems and you decide to put that up, it will just kind of sprint automatically and it won't stop sprinting. You'll just keep going forward even though you're not pushing the button. So keep that in mind. And then the same thing for left and right here. So the right stick is how you aim. If you're having it drift to the left or right, you adjust these settings and it should fix itself. So you don't have to go buying a brand new controller. Down here's a very important setting in auto sprint. So auto sprint helps you with your slide canceling. So normally you would have to press slide, and then jump, or slide, and then X or A, whatever your controls happen to be. But with auto sprint, all you need to do is hit the slide button and then aim, and your guy will stand right back up. I highly recommend auto sprint. It was banned out of competitive strictly because it did make it a ton easier to slide cancel. Basically, the rest of this stuff down here, I didn't touch. I don't really play any other modes as far as equipment and parachutes, so I just kept all of that alone. Let's slide on to the next thing we're going to cover here. Now, my graphic settings, I don't really want to cover all of this because a lot of people aren't on PC, and I am fully aware of that. I have a very high PC, like high-end PC, so I don't really want to go into that. If you guys have a high-end PC, I'll go into Discord and help you guys with some settings. But most of the time, people like to keep these on low settings on PC strictly because of frame rate. But, I can pull 200 frames on my PC with high settings. So I just don't think it would be, a good thing for me to cover those. But a couple of the most important questions I get asked here are my colorblind and field of view. So people always ask, how do I make the enemies green? And that's going to be right here in the colorblind settings. We have Tritanopia. You guys can see there's the lime green color for enemy color. So that's a pretty simple one that I feel like a lot of people didn't know about. So we're going to slide down here to my field of view. I go to 110. A lot of people ask why I don't play 120. Now, number one, it kind of messes with your aim assist. If you ask any pro Call of Duty multiplayer guy, they'll tell you that it does kind of make your aim assist wonky when you get into farther ranges. And not only that, you're never really playing a big enough map for you to really need 120. It's not like Warzone where the map is gigantic and you need to spot somebody in, you know, farthest corner of your screen. It's not normally like that. Normally everybody's pretty much in front of you. I would recommend keeping it between 100 and 110 just to not mess with your aim assist. Sometimes even at 110 at those ranges, your aim assist can get a little wonky. So like I said, I don't really feel the need to cover all of these settings. There is a lot of them. It would make it very, very long. One thing I do want to cover is make sure you have your motion blur off. I understand it makes it more realistic, like you're spinning in real life, but it's a video game and you want the best chances you have to kill. So if you're spinning and it's blurry, you might miss somebody. Just turn it off. It's not that worth it. So basically here I have my audio settings, which is the last thing I'm going to cover for settings. I don't really feel like there's more to cover. I will, of course, answer any questions you have down in the comment section. But I keep all of this generic. I do turn the music off because when you play as much as I do, the background music does tend to give me a headache. So I do have that off. But there is a couple questions here, my audio presets and my hit marker sound effects. So the audio preset is what you, when you put it in, right? So when you immediately change the game, I keep it on Treyarch Mix. I believe this is the default. If you have a lower end headset, then there should be an option for high boost. That's what I would recommend. But when you have a higher end headset like I do, the Astro A40, any headset that's basically over $100, or you think your headset has good quality, you don't need to change this. You should definitely keep it the same. But if your headset does find you have a little problems trying to track down where footsteps are actually coming from, the high boost will help you track them down much easier. So the last option here I just mentioned was going to be the hit marker sound effect. So there is two options here. You have default, which is the Cold War default. And then there's one called classic. So I have been using classic basically since the game came out. I didn't really like the Cold War sound effects, but that's just another simple setting that people tend to ask me, how do you change that sound? So that's basically it. I really don't think there's much more to cover here. No, doesn't appear so, but I did get a gameplay here for you guys. I'm going to be using that brand new Vargo blueprint that I uploaded yesterday. So like I said, any further questions, make sure to ask me in the comment section. I will definitely reply and answer them to the best of my ability. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel. We're on the road to 25,000 subscribers. Also smash the like button if these settings were in any way helpful. You enjoy the gameplay, anything of the sorts. It'd be extremely important to me. Helps the video spread and reach other people. But without further ado, let's jump into that gameplay. All right, so we are on some hijacked domination. Not going to be any camera for today's video, just because I decided I wanted to do a settings video at like 11:30 at night, so it's currently 1 in the morning. I'm just not trying to turn on all my lights, and camera needs to be charged. Just a whole bunch of factors. I hope that's not a huge deal to you guys. I don't think it would be, but, you know. And a stoner. Stoner always smokes me, dude. No matter what I do, stoners always smoke me.
Be secure. We're moving. Losing B.
I tell you what. I just got lucky twice. I think this guy's upstairs. Yep, they're gonna flip.
Securing A.
Now they're gonna flip. Dude named Boys in the Hood is a quick scoper and he low-key freaks me out. Do Do I want to harp this now? Another one? Yeah, we're gonna harp this. My team's smoking them. Good stuff, teammate. We gotta turn around now.
Taking C.
Let's get a little trophy system here. Believe it or not, I actually already had this gameplay done, and it didn't record with sound, so I didn't want to be lame.
Lockdown.
Damn, I'm not.
They got a guy going upstairs right here.
Dude, what the?
Nope.
Losing Charlie.
Losing Charlie.
Securing Alpha. We lost Charlie. A lockdown. Losing B.
Well, good thing we got the nuke. Oh, thank God.
Enemy spy plane inbound. Continue on mission.
Not getting anything with this.
Losing
Yeah,
Bravo. Half-time.
All right, we got 41 kills. All right, so we're gonna just chase this dub down now. I don't really have much else to talk about. I think I'm featuring my settings pretty well in this video.
Securing A. Enemy took
I
Charlie.
saw you.
We're pulling ahead.
Hello.
A secure.
Spy plane standing by. War machine available. Fuel and standing by.
All right, that guy's underground. That guy is upstairs.
What?
Got a guy here. Got a guy here. I'm gonna need to get on B as the game's gonna end.
I'm on it.
FTL expired. Sentinel 3 exiting mission area. Bravo secure.
I don't know where he came from. It's all right. I was on a good streak there too. I knew that kid. He was gonna get me at least once. He thinks he's a quickscoping god, but in reality he's not. Alright, if they're gonna start camping with thermals, I'm gonna hit a nuke. That's just not in the game plans for me.
Hostile spy plane established overhead.
Seriously, god damn it.
I think you're like, are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious, dude. So we're at 70 kills.
Spy plane available.
Losing.
Oh, dude, he had to have chased me. Oh,
Bravo.
L. Not L on him. L play by me. I should have expected it.
Taking C.
Well, that was a one burst.
Bravo. C is locked down. Securing Bravo. Losing C.
His sniper is not good. I don't know what he put on it, but it is not good.
Victory is close. Wrap it up and let's go home. Enemy has Charlie.
The aim down sight speed on the thing was not fast. I don't know if he like didn't put a handle or something. Oh, he's just smoking me now. I walked into his hard scope though.
Bravo locked down.
They're just camping now. The whole second half. Whole second half this team is just camping.
Mission complete.
87 though. GG's.
Clean up.
If you guys enjoyed the video, if you could make sure you hit that like button for me, that'd be absolutely awesome. If you're new to the channel, make sure you also smash that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Let's